I should be. Okay, there's a lot of creative writing advice floating around out there on the internet. Screens, everybody. There's still 5 of you. So, one of the most common pieces of advice for creative writing is number 1, tell what you know. That's a pretty common one. But another one is show, don't tell. And I've said that phrase in 6th grade creative writing, and then I realized, you know what? Kids might not actually really get that. And it is good advice, because what show, don't tell does, it takes boring stories and makes them come to life. So here's the idea. When we say we're just telling in a story, it means I'm straight up literally just saying that thing as a boring fact. For example, the party was fun. That is not creative. There's nothing exciting about that at all. There's nothing descriptive there. So when I say show, don't tell, that's the bad version. To show that the party was fun, I would get specific. I would be asking myself, why was it fun? How was it fun? What made it fun? And good creative writers are constantly asking themselves those questions. How, what, why? So for example, we danced until midnight, then shared stories and laughed into the early hours of the morning. Now I showed why it was fun. I didn't just tell you that it's fun. So that's what we're going to be practicing today. So the reason why telling is bad is it's vague. You're like, what, huh? Why? What? Right? And you're making the reader do too much work. So on one hand, we don't want to treat our readers like an idiot. There's a lot of writers who do that, and they don't really do as well. Because most readers are reading because they care about stories and they want to be challenged and they want to escape their own life. So if you're making the reader, though, do too much work, that's bad. So it's this fine line between, Luca, not treating them like an idiot and also not making them have to figure stuff out. So we don't want just your writing to feel like a summary. That's boring. No one wants to just read a summary. We want to feel the story. We want to see what really happened. So here's some tips. First one is sensory details, which most of you have practiced in my class before, right? See, hear, taste, touch, smell. Good writers are constantly thinking about, and make sure phones are away, good writers are constantly thinking about, how can I bring this to life? Like, smell is one of the most underutilized scents. There's a lot of research about your memory and smell. Like, you can walk into a place and just because of what it smells like, you're instantly transported, right? And most creative writers forget that there's 5 senses, and they'll just tell us what something looks like, but they really forget about touch, and they forget about smell, which really do take your writing to the next level. So that's the first way to do more showing, not just telling. Another trick you're going to use today is think about verbs. So remember, verbs are action words. Like, what were they actually doing? What was happening? So if you're using words today like am or were or being, like, that's kind of the idea, is what was actually happening. We're making it come to life. And then, like I said, ask questions today. When you see the bad example, ask why. Ask how. Ask what. That's how we make boring sentences come to life. So here's what you're going to do, okay? And I think this is faster and easier with a partner. You can choose to work on your own. So when it says, my room is a mess, the first thing you should be asking is why. So you guys give me an example. What's one little detail that shows that a room is really messy? Clothes are on the ground. Desk is a mess. Okay, so far we've had sensory details about sight. Now let's think about some of the other senses. So see, hear, taste, touch, smell. What's another thing that might make it smelly? Or not smelly. Might make it messy. Boom! Right? Now he's showing me, not just telling me. It's not just smelly. You broke it down. Why? Yeah. I can no longer feel the ground. So we're not just focusing on sight. Now we also have feel in there. Okay, so that's what I'm saying today. Think of the 5 senses. Think of why, how, and what. And you're going to all of a sudden make all these really boring sentences a lot better. So your job, so there are a lot of them, but they go pretty fast. You only have to rewrite with 1 sentence. If you do more than 1 sentence each, obviously I'm going to give you extra points. But I am going to make you do all of them because y'all need a little bit more of a challenge. Plus, I think this will solidify the skill in your brain for the rest of time, which is very important. So If the second I see someone start breaking up the assignment, like I'll do the first 15 and you do the next 15, I'm gonna make everyone move back to their normal spots and do it on your own. So you've been warned. If I'm gonna let you work with a partner, it means I want twice as awesome ideas. It's not that you're allowed to just split up the assignment. That's not fair, and that's not the point. So does that make sense? We're gonna actually do it together. If I'm letting you work with a partner, yes? Okay. So I think that's everything.